Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening ating lahat. Andito na naman tayo para mag-review no, ng understanding the self. At natapos na nga nating i-discuss yung the self from philosophical perspective during ancient and medieval period, sina Plato, Socrates, Aristotle. Natapos na rin nating i-discuss yung the self from a philosophical perspective during the modern and contemporary, okay, sina John Locke, mga ganyan. Natapos na natin i-discuss yun. At natapos na din natin i-discuss yung the self from sociological perspective. At ngayon, lumako naman tayo sa the self from anthropological perspective. So, pag sinabing anthropology or anthropological perspective, tungkol po ito sa kultura. Okay? Sa culture. At kapag pinag-uusapan natin yung kultura, napakalawak yan. No? Kasi maraming sakop, maraming saklaw ang kultura. Okay, ayan ay patungkol sa pamamaraan ng pamumuhay ng tao. So the way of life, so yan po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, okay, anthropology. Paano nga ba nakakaapekto ang kultura sa development ng self? Okay? Paano ang kultura ang humuhubog din sa personalidad natin bilang tao? So yan yung titignan at aaralin natin. Okay? So now, let's move on. Sabi niya dito, anthropology. Anthropology is the study of humankind. Okay, and there are four branches of anthropology. We have number one, cultural. Number two, archaeology or archaeological. Number three is linguistic. Number four is physical and biological. So kapag sinabi nating cultural, okay, ito yung branch ng anthropology na kung saan na concern ito no sa behavior ng tao. Okay, so studies culture or learn behavior of living people. Ano ba yung behavior ng mga tao na nabubuhay doon sa particular na lugar na yon? Okay, paano sila namubuhay? That is cultural anthropology. Okay, we also have the archaeological or archaeology. Archaeology is the study or it studies culture of past societies by analyzing artifacts. Inaaral naman nila dito yung tungkol sa lipunan, okay, the past societies, pamamagitan ng pag-examine o kaya pag-analyze doon sa mga artifacts. Okay, ano ba itong mga artifacts? Ito yung mga nakukay na remains no, from that place, for example. Okay, so that's the studies of culture of past societies by analyzing artifacts. Okay, archaeology, artifacts. Next, number three, linguistic. The studies construction and evaluation of language. Okay, patungkol naman lahat yan sa lengguwahe, patungkol sa mga languages. Okay, bakit merong ganitong lengguwahe? Okay, bakit merong ganyang lengguwahe? Saan ba nagmula yung English language? Okay, saan nag-originate? Bakit may mga ganito? Bakit may mga mixture? Bakit ganito yung lengguwahe natin mga Pilipino? Okay, that is linguistic. So next, we also have the physical and biological anthropology. Patungkol naman yan sa relationship of biology and culture. Okay, how biology and culture relate. That is physical and biological anthropology. Okay, so now let's move on to the next page. Okay, so meron tayong French anthropology na meron siyang naiambag pagdating nga sa pagbibigay ng paliwanag or explanation about sa self. At yan nga po ay si Marcel Mauss. So si Marcel Mauss, he is a French anthropology. And sabi niya, every self has two faces, the person and the moi. Okay, sa madaling salita, no, ang person at moi ay tumutukoy po ito sa dalawang mukha ng ating pagkatao. Okay, so hindi lang isa ang mukha ng tao ayon kay Marcel Mauss, may dalawang mukha ang ating pagkatao, ang ating personalidad. Ano-ano nga ba yan? Una, yung person, pangalawa, yung moi. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng moi at person? Unahin natin yung moi. Okay, kapag sinabi nating moi, it refers to the person's sense of who he is, his body and his basic identity, his biological givenness. It is a person's basic identity, the very essence of his identity. Okay, kapag sinasabi nating moy, ito yung kung paano mo nakikita ang sarili mo. Okay? Paano mo nakikita ang sarili mo? Ang moy ay ang iyong tunay na nararamdaman. Iyong tunay na naiisip, okay? Ang iyong personal na pagkakakilanlan, your personal identity, ito ang panloob na bahagi ng ating pagkatao. So that is the moy, okay? Yan ang pinaka-essence ng ating identity. So next, proceed naman tayo sa person. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin person, person is composed of the social concepts of what it means to be who he is. It uh, it has much to do with what it means to live in a particular institution, family, religion, nationality, and how to behave in given expectation and influences from others. Okay, so kapag person naman, pag pinag-uusapan naman natin yung person, ito ang paraan kung paano ka nakikita ng ibang tao. Okay, halimbawa, um, ito yung imahe, no? Imahe mo sa lipunan. Tulad ng iyong papel bilang anak. Ano ba yung papel mo bilang isang anak? Ano ba yung papel mo bilang isang kaibigan? Ano ba yung papel mo bilang isang empleyado? Okay? Ano yung pagkatao mo bilang isang anak? Ano yung pagkatao mo bilang isang kaibigan o kaya bilang isang empleyado. So, ito yung panlabas na bahagi ng iyong pagkatao. Kung yung moy, yun yung panloob na bahagi ng iyong pagkatao. Yung person naman, ito naman yung panlabas na bahagi ng ating pagkatao. So, sabi ni Marcel Mauss, no, nagkakaroon ng adjustment, nag-a-adjust yung personality natin base sa social situations. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Sa madaling salita, no, ang person ay kung paano ka tinitignan ng iba. Okay? Ang moy naman kung paano mo naman nakikita ang iyong sarili. Okay? So, moy is your basic identity, but the person, ito yung kung paano ka tinitignan ng iba. Okay? It is composed of the social concept of what it means to be who you are. Okay? So, it much to do with the what it means to live in a particular institution. Okay? So, that is the person. Actually, yung person, no, ito yung nagbabago-bago, nag-a-adjust. Okay? Minsan, bakit ganito yung personality na naipapakita ko kapag kasama ko yung mga kaibigan ko? Bakit ganito yung personality na ipapakita ko kapag kasama ko yung mga churchmates ko? Bakit ganito yung personality na naipapakita ko kapag nasa loob ng bahay ako at kasama ko yung family members ko? Bakit iba-iba? Bakit hindi pare-pareho? Okay, that is the personality. Okay? So the personality ay nag-a-adjust base sa social situations kung sino yung mga kasama mo. For example, ikaw ay teacher, halimbawa, no? Pagdating sa school, isa kang striktong teacher. Okay? Bakit mo kailangang maging strikto? Dahil ikaw ay teacher para igalang ka ng mga estudyante mo. Okay? Tapos kapag halimbawa naman ikaw ay nasa church, ikaw ay leader sa inyong church, nagbabago din yung iyong personality. Ina-adjust mo yung personality based on the social situations na kung nasaan ka. Okay? At iba din yung personality na naipapakita mo kapag kasama mo yung tropa mo, kapag kasama mo yung mga close friends mo, no? At iba din yung personality naman na naipapakita mo kapag kasama mo naman yung mga family members mo. So that is the person. Okay? It is composed of the social concept of what it means to be who you are. Okay, it has much to do with what it means to live in a particular situation. What it means to live in a particular situation. Okay, sabi pa niya dito, and how to behave in given expectations and influences from others. Paano ka nga ba mag-behave sa given social situation na yun? Okay, so kailangan kasi meron nasa context, no? Ilugar mo yung personality mo based on the social context or based on the social situations. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, dito naman na tayo kay Lev Vygotsky. Si Lev Vygotsky naman, siya yung gumawa ng tinatawag nating sociocultural theory. Okay? So, sociocultural theory, that is the cognitive development that occurs as a result of social interactions. So, learning is innately collaborative. Social negotiation was essential for building knowledge and understanding concepts. Okay, so sociocultural theory, ang ibig sabihin lang yan, natututo tayo sa pamamagitan ng social interactions. Nade-develop yung cognitive natin sa pamamagitan ng social interactions. Kapag tayo ay nakikipag-usap, kapag tayo ay nakikipag-salamuha sa kapwa natin, nagkakaroon ng cognitive development. Ano ba yung cognitive? No, pag sinasabing cognitive, patungkol yan sa utak. Ibig sabihin na na-develop yung mind, yung kaisipan ng tao kapag siya ay nakikipag-interact sa society, kapag siya ay nakikipag-socialize. So, yun lang naman yung ibig sabihin ng sociocultural theory. Okay, sabi niya dito, learning is innately collaborative. Okay, so natututo tayo kapag tayo ay nagkakaroon ng collaboration with our friends or with our classmates. Okay, social negotiation was essential for building knowledge and understanding concepts. Okay, so yeah, patungkol lang naman yan sa interaction. Patungkol yan sa socialization. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, naulit. Okay, yeah, punta na tayo dito sa ating quiz. Okay? So, sumagot lang kayo dyan. I-ready nyo yung inyong mga lapis at papel and try ninyong sumagot dito sa mga tanong na ito. So, these are board exam questions. So, number one, which theories emphasize that the self is developed through social interaction with a particular focus on the looking glass self in which individuals form their identity based on how they believe others perceive them? Is it George Mead, Charles Cooley, or Marcel Mauss? Okay, so sino yan? Sino yung proponent ng looking glass self? Of course, alam na natin kung sino yan. That is letter B. Okay, Charles Cooley, the looking glass self. Ang ibig sabihin ng looking glass self, sabi niya, individuals form their identity based on how they believe others perceive them. Nagkakaroon tayo ng pag-iisip, okay, tungkol sa ating sarili or pagkaunawa sa ating sarili base sa kung paano tayo tinitignan ng ibang tao, base sa kung paano yung pagkakakilanlan or perception ng ibang tao patungkol sa atin. Okay, so that is Charles Cooley. Okay, next. Okay, next question. Which theories introduce the concept of the generalized other and argued that the self emerges from the ability to take on the perspectives of others in society, especially in the context of rule-taking and socialization. Okay, so meron po tayong clue word dyan, no? Generalized other. Sino ba tong generalized other? Ito yung society. Okay, so George Mead ba yan, Charles Cooley, or Marcel Mauss? Okay, the correct answer here is letter A, si George Mead yan, di ba? Meron siyang dalawang konsepto, no? Yung ano yun, the generalized others and the caregivers. Okay, the caregivers and the generalized others. Okay, next. Now let's move on. Okay, which theories argue that the self is not simply an individual entity, but rather something that is formed through social processes and is tied to the societal structure and roles people perform, especially in relation to group life and society's expectations. Okay, so group life and society's expectations. Sino yan? George Mead, Charles Cooley, or Marcel Mauss? Okay, sabi niya, the self is not simply an individual entity. Ibig sabihin, ang self ay mayroong dalawang mukha. Okay, but rather something that is formed through social processes and it is tied to the societal structure. Okay, and rules people perform. So that is George Mead. Okay, so that is George Mead. Okay, next, let's move on. Okay, next. Which theories emphasize that the development of the self requires the individual to perform rules in relation to others, and that individuals internalize the expectations of society through social rituals, group membership. Oh, may social rituals na tinatawag dito and group membership. Sino yan? That is Marcel Mauss. Okay, si Marcel Mauss. Next. Na tayo dito sa ano ba to? Okay, wait lang. Okay. Okay. So there are two sides of identity. Okay, two sides of identity found in every person, in every culture. So meron tayong dalawang identity, no? Na nakikita sa bawat kultura. Okay, so we have the sociocentric view of self and the egocentric view of self. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng sociocentric view sa egocentric view? Okay, basahin natin. Pag sociocentric view of self focuses on one social group. Okay, it focuses on one social group and it is socially oriented. Okay, your identity as a person is attached with the social situations, dependency, respect to elders, cooperation, prioritize similarities. Samantala, pag egocentric view of self naman, it focuses on individual self. Okay, autonomous and distinct yung personality dito, independent, prioritize differences, pina-prioritize nila yung pagkakaiba. And the Americans are egocentric. They believe that they should be assertive, less conservative, and independent. Okay, so ganito lang kasi yan. Kapag sinabi nating sociocentric view of self, kailangan mong makibagay doon sa kinabibilangan mong grupo. Okay? Halimbawa, dapat kapag Chinese ka, dapat Chinese din yung mapapangasawa mo. Bakit? Because you belong in a socially oriented group. So, kailangan makisama. No? Ganito ang grupo natin. Kaya dapat ang mapapangasawa mo, dapat kapareho natin ang lahi. So, ibig sabihin, no, they prioritize similarities. That is the idea of sociocentric view. So, naka-attach yung identity ng tao doon sa social situations. No, kasi kung hindi Chinese yung mapapangasawa mo, anong mangyayari? No? Maaring kamuhian ka ng mga magulang mo, ng parents mo, at maaring itakwil ka nila. So, they value similarities. They value kin ties sa mga Chinese. Sa mga Japanese naman, they also value yung tinatawag nating harmonious relationship with the workplace. So, kailangan mong makisama, kailangan mong makibagay, kailangan mong makipagkaibigan, no? Kailangan mong makipag-cooperate, kailangan mong makipag-socialize. That is the idea of sociocentric view. They focus on social group, okay? On one social group. They are socially oriented. So, pag sinasabi naman nating egocentric view of self, focuses on individual self naman yan. Okay, so ang idea kasi ng egocentric view is, buhay ko to, no? Wag mo akong papakialaman. Buhay ko, no? Walang pakialamanan. Ang mga tao dito, no, halimbawa no, sa Amerika, they are less conservative. They are liberated na tinatawag. Kaya nga yung pananamit nila, no, kahit makita na yung kaluluwa nila na naglalakad dyan sa daan, wala silang pakialam. No? Walang pakialamanan. Kahit nga, di ba, nakikipaghalikan na sila dyan sa gilid ng kalsada, no? Wala lang sa kanila, no? Wala silang pakialam sa sasabihin ng ibang tao because, you know, they are assertive. That is their view of self. Okay? So, yan yung sa egocentric, no? Buhay ko, walang pakialaman. Pero pag sa sociocentric view, kailangan mong makibagay kasi ganito yung grupo natin eh. Socially oriented sila. Okay? So, yeah, yun lang naman yung pagkakaiba ng sociocentric view sa egocentric view. Okay, now, let's move on sa cultural relativism. Okay, cultural relativism, ano ba ibig sabihin yan? Cultural relativism is the idea that a person's beliefs, values, and practices should be understood based on the person's own culture. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin dito sa illustration, no, sabi ng isa 6, pero sabi ng isa 9. Okay, may mali ba sa kanila? Wala, no? Pareho silang tama eh. Bakit? Dahil tinitignan nila yung number sa magkaibang point of view. Okay? Magkaiba sila ng point of view, magkaiba ng punto de vista. So, based on their beliefs, based on their point of view, pareho silang tama. So, that is the idea of cultural relativism. Okay? It's the idea that a person's beliefs or values and practices should be understood based on person's own culture. Naiintindihan mo yung kultura ng ibang tao eh. You don't judge them. Hindi mo hinuhusgahan yung kultura ng iba. Hindi mo sinasabi na, ay, mali yan. Itong kultura namin yung tama. Dapat ganito. No, hindi. Magkaiba kayo ng kultura, pero meron kayong pagkakaintindihan at respeto sa bawat isang culture. Okay, that is cultural relativism. Okay, so person's beliefs, person's values, person's practices should be understood based on person's own culture. Okay, so yeah, and example niyan, di ba, sa religion. Religion is part of culture. At maraming religion sa mundo. Okay, meron tayong dito sa Pilipinas, no? The major religion here is Christianity. Maraming Kristiyano dito sa Pilipinas. At pero meron ding mga ibang mga relihiyon tulad ng mga Muslim or Islam. Okay, and ayon sa paniniwala natin, no, mga Kristiyano ay naniniwala tayo sa isang asawa. Okay, pero sa mga Muslims, pwede silang makipag-asawa sa 2 or 3. Okay, tama yung kultura ng mga Muslim. No? Masasabi natin tama yung kultura nila at tama rin naman yung kultura natin. So, hindi natin hinuhusgahan ang parehong kultura. Okay? So, kasi sabi niya dito, ang cultural relativism, ito yung idea that a person's beliefs, values, and practices should be understood based on the person's own culture. Okay, so hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, ay mali ang kultura, ay mali ang ganyang paniniwala. No, no. Cultural relativism. We should understand, we should respect the culture of others. Okay? So yes, yun naman ang cultural relativism. Now, let's proceed sa ethnocentrism. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng ethnocentrism sa xenocentrism? Okay, madali lang to, no? Pag ethnocentrism, ibig sabihin, superior yung kultura mo. Okay? Pero kapag xenocentrism, inferior yung kultura mo. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng superior at inferior? Kapag ethnocentrism kasi, ibig sabihin, feeling mo mas magaling yung kultura mo kaysa sa ibang kultura. Okay, feeling mo, pakiramdam mo, mas tinatangkilik mo yung sarili mong produkto. For example, mas tinatangkilik mo yung mga kulturang Pinoy. So that is ethnocentrism. No? Mas minamahal mo yung sarili mong kultura. Superior kasi feeling mo mas magaling yung kultura mo kaysa sa iba. That is the idea of ethnocentrism. Pero kapag xenocentrism naman, inferior yung kultura mo. Ibig sabihin, di ba kapag inferior, ibig sabihin mas mababa. Ibig sabihin, kapag xenocentrism, mas magaling yung kultura ng ibang kultura. Para sa'yo, mas nabibilib ka doon sa kultura ng iba. Ibig sabihin, kapag xenocentrism, papasok ngayon dyan yung colonial mentality. Mas tinatangkilik mo yung kultura ng iba. Mas gusto mo yung kultura ng Korea, for example. No? Nahuhug ka sa mga Korean novela, gustong-gusto mo ng mga Korean novela, gustong-gusto mong kumain ng samgyup, gustong-gusto mong yung gusto mong ma-experience yung kultura ng Korea. So, kasi para sa'yo, ay mas magaling, mas maganda yung kultura ng mga Koreano. So, that is the idea of xenocentrism. Xenocentrism, inferior yung culture mo. Ibig sabihin, mas magaling yung kultura ng iba. Pero kapag ethnocentrism, ibig sabihin para sa'yo, mas magaling yung kultura namin. No? Mas pinapahalagahan mo yung kultura mo. Ibig sabihin, tinatangkilik mo yung produktong Pilipino. Okay, that is also an idea of ethnocentrism. Okay, yeah. So yeah, yun lang naman. And now let's move here. Okay, so let's have a quick drill. So looking glass self, sino yung nagsabi niyan? That is Charles Cooley. Okay, next. Father of utilitarianism. Okay, hindi natin nabanggit. The father of utilitarianism, that is Jeremy Bentham. Okay, next. Natural law ethics. Who is the father of natural law ethics? That is Aquinas. Okay, si Thomas Aquinas. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng natural law ethics? Pag sinabi nating natural law ethics, yung divine order, no? Divine order na ang tao ay may natural or likas na kakayahan na maintindihan kung ano yung tama at kung ano yung mali. Okay, so that is natural law ethics. Next. Okay, professionals who study culture and humanity are known as, anong tawag natin doon sa mga tao na pinag-aralan or pinag-aaralan yung patungkol sa kultura. Tawag natin sa kanila ay anthropologists. Okay, they are the anthropologists. Next. Okay, sides of identity focuses on individual self. Di ba meron tayong sides of identity? There are two sides of identity. We have the sociocentric view and the egocentric view of self. So ano yan? Nakafocus daw ito sa individual self. Kanya-kanya. Okay, buhay ko, walang pakialamanan. Ano yan? That is egocentric view. Okay? Sides of identity focuses on social group, socially oriented. Dapat kailangan mong makibagay sa lipunan na ginagalawan mo. That is sociocentric view. Okay, next. A person's belief is understood based on his culture. So, naiintindihan mo yung kultura o yung paniniwala ng ibang tao at yun ay nire-respeto mo. Ang tawag natin dyan ay cultural relativism. Okay, next. Your culture is superior to other culture. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Yung kultura mo daw ay mas magaling kaysa sa kultura ng ibang tao. Ano yan? Ethnocentrism or xenocentrism? That is ethnocentrism. Okay? Feeling mo mas magaling yung kultura mo kaysa sa iba, ethnocentrism yan. Next, your culture is inferior to other culture. Yung kultura mo daw ay mas mababa yung tingin mo sa kultura mo kaysa sa kultura ng ibang tao. Ibig sabihin, mas ginugusto mo yung kultura ng iba. That is xenocentrism. Xenocentrism kasi hindi mo nakilala yung sarili mong kultura. Xeno, hindi mo na alam. Sino ba ang kultura ko? Or, yeah, ganun yun. Okay, next. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, naulit. Okay, so another question. Alicia, mamimili lang kayo no kung ethnocentrism or xenocentrism. Alicia, an American businesswoman, is negotiating a contract with a team of Japanese executives. During the meeting, she becomes frustrated with the Japanese team's indirect communication style, which she perceives as evasive. She feels they should be more direct, like Americans, in their communication. Which view of self is Alicia displaying? And what might be the consequences of this attitude for the negotiation? Okay, so ano yan? Ethnocentrism or xenocentrism? That is, okay, ethnocentric. Ethnocentric view of self yan. Bakit? Kasi patungkol yan sa ano mas ginugusto niya yung sarili niyang kultura. Okay, sarili. Individualistic. Individualist si Alicia. Okay, next. Okay, Raj, an Indian immigrant living in Canada, constantly compares his life and experiences to those with his Canadian friends. He admires the Canadian way of life, particularly their casual approach to work life balance, and often feels that his Indian cultural background, with its emphasis on hierarchy and formalities, is less progressive. He tries to adopt Canadian customs and values in every aspect of his life. What view of self is Raj exhibiting? Okay, so si Raj, Indian siya. Tapos sabi niya dito, he tries to adopt Canadian customs and values in every aspect of his life. Ginugusto niya ngayon yung kultura ng mga tao sa Canada. Okay, ano yan? The answer is xenocentric view of self. Okay, xenocentric kasi mas superior yung kultura ng iba. Okay? Mas ginugusto niya yung kultura ng iba. At inferior yung sarili niyang kultura. Okay? Next, in a workplace meeting, Alejandro, a Mexican employee, often differs to his American colleagues' opinions and is quick to adopt American business practices, even when they conflict with traditional Mexican approaches to teamwork and leadership. He believes that American methods are more efficient and modern. Which view of self is Alejandro playing, and what are the risks of adapting this perspective? Okay, so ano yung view of self na dinidisplay ngayon ni Alejandro? Bakit? Si Alejandro kasi di ba Mexican siya. Pero sabi niya, naniniwala siya that American methods are more efficient and modern. Ibig sabihin, mas magaling yung kultura ng Amerika. Mas modern mas effective Okay, so ano yan? Ethnocentric view of self or xenocentric view of self? That is, xenocentric view of self. Okay, kapag mas magaling yung kultura ng iba, xenocentric. Okay, next. Sarah, a French expatriate living in the United States, constantly emphasizes the superiority of French cuisine, fashion, and culture. She frequently criticizes American culture, labeling it as shallow and overly commercialized. How would you categorize Sarah's view of self, and what potential impact could this have on her relationships with Americans? So si Sarah kasi French siya, no? At napunta siya sa US. Ngayon, napapansin niya na lagi niyang sinusuportahan yung kultura ng France. Okay, gusto niya yung French cuisine, yung fashion, yung culture, at nakikriticize niya yung American culture na sabi niya shallow, overly commercialized ang kultura ng mga Amerikano. So ano yan? Ethnocentrism or xenocentric? Okay, that is ethnocentric. Okay, kasi mas ginugusto mo yung sarili mong kultura. Okay, next. During an international conference, Michael, a German academic, is quick to criticize the research methodologies and practices of other cultures, particularly those from non-Western countries. He believes that the scientific approach of Germany and other Western nations is the only valid way of conducting research. Which view of self is Michael exhibiting? The answer here is, okay, German si Michael, di ba? At sabi niya dito, naniniwala siya, sabi niya that the scientific approach of Germany and other Western nations is the only valid way of conducting research. That's it. That is ethnocentric. Kasi German si Michael. No? German siya at gusto niya yung German approach sa pag-conduct ng research. Okay, next. Okay, so mamimili naman kayo kung sociocentric or egocentric. Okay. Javier, a young professional from Spain, moves to the United States for a job opportunity. He constantly prioritizes his work group's needs over his own personal goals, even when it means sacrificing time with his family or his own hobbies. He feels that his success and fulfillment are tied to the success of the team, and that his identity is inherently tied to group accomplishments. So, what view of self is Javier displaying? Okay. Ano yung napapansin natin dyan sa tanong? Mas pinapahalagahan ba ni Javier or Javier yung kanyang sariling tawag dito, individualism or social group? Mas binibigyan niya ng priority yung social group. So that is sociocentric view of self. Okay. Next, Liam, a senior executive, often makes decisions based on what will benefit the company as a whole, rather than focusing on his personal interests or desires. So he frequently sacrifices his own free time to ensure that team projects succeed, believing that his worth is tied to his contributions to the company's goal. Which view of self is Liam displaying? Okay, so naiintindihan ba natin yung tanong? Ang ano kasi niyan is si Liam ay mas nakafocus siya no sa benefit ng company nila as a whole. Okay, so hindi lang sa kanyang sariling interest at hindi lang sa kanyang sariling desire, kundi sa pangkalahatan. Okay, is that a sociocentric view or an egocentric view of self? This is, of course, sociocentric view of self. Okay, next. Emily, an American college student, often expresses her beliefs and opinions in class without considering how they might affect the dynamics of the group. She tends to dominate discussions, assuming her views are the most valid and important, and frequently disregards the input of others. So, what type of self view is Emily demonstrating? This is egocentric view of self. Okay, next. Natasha, a successful lawyer, constantly seeks validation from others and finds it difficult to make decisions without input from her colleagues, friends, or family. She feels most secure when she knows that her choices aligns with the expectations of the people around her. So which view of self is Natasha displaying? Sabi niya mas confident daw si Natasha, no? Kapag yung mga choices niya ay naka-align doon sa expectation ng ibang tao na nasa kanyang paligid. So the answer here is that sociocentric or ethnocentric? The answer is, of course, very obvious, sociocentric view of self. Okay, next. Mark, a higher-ranking executive, often avoids making decisions unless they are clearly advantageous to his personal career. So he prioritizes his own success over the well-being of his team members, frequently pushing for projects that benefit him, even if it causes discomfort or pressure for the team. So what self-view is Mark demonstrating? So ayan, own. Ayan yung mga clue words natin dyan. So avoid making decisions unless they are clearly advantages to his personal career. So nakafocus ito sa kanyang sarili. No? So is that sociocentric or egocentric? Pag focus sa sarili, egocentric. Pero kapag concern mo yung ibang tao, nung nasa paligid mo, that is sociocentric. So and in this question, the answer here is egocentric view of self. Okay, so yeah. Next lesson, magpo-proceed na po tayo sa psychological perspective of self. Okay, so hanggang dito na lang muna and we will continue this next meeting. Okay, so thank you for listening and doon po sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aking channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo. Okay, para updated po kayo sa mga videos patungkol po sa understanding the self and other Gen Ed subjects po natin. Okay, so thank you and see you next time. Bye!